As usual, my role here is to ensure that we meet and can commence proceedings. Before I do that, let me recognize the presence of the Executive Sports, Mr. Mohamed Jani, representing the National Sports Council, and Mr. West African Football Union. So, Bobada FC. Brikama United. Brikama United. BST Galaxy. Yes, present. Gambia Lions. Present. Medina Football Club. Real de Banjul Football Club. Present. Tivico FC. Present. Samga FC, present. Team Rhino FC, no. TMT Football Club. Huh? Huh? North Star Academy. RS Talending United. RS Talending United Football Club. Football Club. Sibanor Football Club. Banjul Regional Football Association. Central River present. Kanifing present. Kanifing Ministry.
The GFF by GFF as provided for the Gambia Football Federation Statute of Constitution and also the Electoral Code, the Electoral Committee shall be elected or appointed in a General Assembly meeting or general meeting prior to the election. Therefore, the executive have consulted and proposed membership of the various bodies of the various electoral bodies as follows. And may I just make a little bit more elaboration on the list. The executive proposing Mr. one of the leading sports administrators in the country, as chairman. We all know Mr. Sani has one former ambassador, we all know, former a football enthusiast. He's a lawyer, private lawyer, who's working with Dandimayo and other chambers. And Mr. Adamasi is a retiree from the Gambia Civil Aviation Authority. We all know some of us know him being also very football enthusiast, a founding member of Den Saraba Football Club in Brikama. Article 3 of the Electoral Code, the Electoral Committee of minimum 5 members should have substitutes of 3 members. Thus, we are proposing a retiree or retired public servant, formerly Secretary General of the Gambia Post Authority Football Club, and many other things. Assistant Secretary. Mr. Alaji B. Jane also will be involved on. So these are the 3 substitutes. The substitutes works this way. The electoral committee meets and they could not have a quorum. Substitutes could be called in to meet a quorum. The Electoral Appeals Committee we are proposing lawyer Mrs. Ben Fall, as chair, while also served as the chairperson, Master of Supreme Court, and a very erudite lawyer. He was a resident of Lamen. Those who are in Combo Santo will know him. Very active in sports, especially in football. Executive Director, the Secretary General of Gambia National Olympic Committee. The Electoral Committee, we have 3 substitutes. The Electoral Committee article as proposing Mr. Adam Mbai, a retired referee, referee manager, one of the most experienced sports administrators. Mr. Sini Jaju, Vice President of the Gambia Handball Association. I think he's also the Executive Director of the Olympic Afrique, situated at the Terekunda Ismini Stadium. And Mr. Alaji Cherno Suare, you all know him also, he also served as President. Ladies and gentlemen, dear delegates, these are the proposals for the Electoral Committee plus 3 substitutes, 3 members for the Appeals Committee plus 3 substitutes. The list or the proposals before you for your approval.
It should be in your pouch. Check. In your pouch. Check.
Not yet. Okay.
Is there? Check in your pouch.
Oh.
Go back to pouch. Yeah, take it from there and give it to them.
Yes, right, please. Yeah, please. Hey, you have another mic to take around? Take him the mic. Please identify yourself and your organization.
My name is
Say that again.
I believe that the individuals put forward for the members here to
Thank you. Any other comment or intervention? Thank you. In the absence of please. Bibi, Mike.
The mic is in the back.
Push.
Thank you very much. My name is Jaju, BST Galaxy. I just want to reiterate what my colleague here said regarding this nomination for these committee members. These are very critical committees that entirely deals with our government. But I think, like you said, it has been the norm happening in our AGM conventions. But do we see this as the best Australian practice? Because I think these members should be well known to the committees, especially to the stakeholders that are involved in the AGM. For the fact that we are saying that they are not picked judiciously, but for the sake of transparency and accountability, don't you think this should have been well communicated to the clubs, so that whatever happens tomorrow, they should not be an issue that comes to light?
Thank you.
Good morning, President. What the 2 previous speakers have said. Last time, some members of the Electoral Committee were nominated and proposed, and I personally protested, and 2 of them had to resign because of the... So, in order to do justice to this August body, I members of the General Assembly be allowed time to go through the electoral code and have the profiles of all the members here indicated. That way, if there's a need for anybody who has to recuse themselves, or if we can confirm, then we don't have to go through the issue of having to protest again and members resigning. Because all the people mentioned here are people of very high esteem, respectable individuals. But then as per the electoral code, this is something that members need time to look into to avoid any recurrence of what happened before. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comment, Mr. Benson? Mr. Mudundu? Okay.
I believe we have a constitution that we work with as we follow. Until we amend the constitution, I think we need to move forward. Thank you.
Two motions on the floor. Can I seek as Mr. Muluga of Real Health. Mr. Famara Diop of Police Services. Thank you. I thank you all. The next item is the suspension and expulsion of a member where appropriate. Happily, it's not appropriate this time. I expect that to happen any time. We go to item G, the President's report. I would really want to keep you long, as it makes it much easier to have the statement which accompanies it also has been inserted into the activity report for ease of reference. I'll just go through while trying to gain as much time as possible. Distinguished members of the GFF Executive Committee, distinguished representatives of the Minister of the National Sports Council, the Executive Director of the Government National Olympic Committee, and I have to apologize to the representative of the West African Football Union Zone A representative in the person of Mr. Balami, because Balami has been part of us, so when I saw him, I thought he was the appreciator. Well, I didn't notice I had been elevated, so I was even saying, but why is my finance manager on the high table when his boss there? But anyway, Kemo is your boss, he's at the high table now. Mr. Balami, as you know, is the finance manager of the WAFU A, representing the Executive Director. Distinguished delegates, distinguished members of the press, the representative of the auditing firm, Foresight, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I stand before you today with a heart full of gratitude and a spirit of solemn reflection. As I address you at this annual general meeting, I'm reminded that this is my final address to you as President of the Gambia Football Federation in an ordinary General Assembly. Since taking the mandate of leadership in 2014, myself and my team worked this part together, or we, myself, my team and you work part together faithfully, convening every single year without fail to account for our stewardship. This consistency is not merely procedural, it is a testament to the stability and respect for governance that we have instilled in our federation. It is undeniable that tremendous achievements have been registered across all facets of football development in the country. Thus, we built a foundation that will stand the test of time. We call this the golden era. History will judge our tenure kindly, for we have unequivocally ushered in a golden era for Gambian football. We have fundamentally transformed the nation's football landscape, moving from obscurity. This period is defined by unprecedented on-field success and significant thought impossible. historic back-to-back qualification for the African Cup. New records in the history books. It was here the Gambia registered its biggest win in international football. Individual brilliance shone brightly as well. Individual brilliance shone either a World Cup or F1 match, keeping his feet in the competitive debut. He now has 14 goals overtaken Francis as the Gambia's highest goal scorer on record. Despite the failure to secure a World Cup ticket, this was the Gambia's best World Cup qualification campaign, having also finished as the highest scoring team in the entire African World Cup qualifiers. Furthermore, we saw the rise of new blood, with Bojang becoming the 25th player to debut under Coach McKinstry in just 15 months. Despite narrowly losing the World Cup ticket, let it be known that this was Gambia's best ever World Cup qualification campaign. It was also the year that my commitment to the base of football pyramid was recognized as I was appointed as chairperson of FIFA Class Amateur Football Committee. This is a victory for Gambian football diplomacy, since this is the first time that the Gambian has been appointed to chair a FIFA standing committee. One of the highlights of the year was that the Gambia played host to the 4th edition of the WAFU African School Football Championship held in November. This is the first time that the tournament was hosted by us, and it was characterized by not only football competition but also other trainings for coaches, administrators, and students. And I would also have to say, it has been years that we did not host an international competition. The Gambia missed out on a gold medal as we finished third in both categories, meaning we have missed out on a place in the continental finals. The girls' competition was won by Guinea-Conakry, and Senegal finished as champions, the boys. It was an honor for me as president of the GFF and WAFU to host such an important competition in the country, and as a result, I presided over the opening and closing ceremonies of the event. The Federation under the Technical Department also conducted 2 CAFB licensed diploma courses, with the first phase of second batch already completed and the second and final phase scheduled for January 2026. Elsewhere, several licensed coaching courses were held in various regions. Also, in our quest to advance the quality of coach education, a CAFC licensed coach educators course was conducted for 18 local instructors. The course was conducted by FIFA consultant instructor Michael Amega from Kenya. The referee unit has also demonstrated during the year under review. This initiative spanned various levels, from high-level FIFA member associate elite referee courses and assessors to vital intermediate refereeing courses for upcoming divisions and extensive regional grassroots development programs. Key highlights include specialized training for assistant referees and the Kajam Young initiative, underscoring a holistic approach to referee education and capacity building across all 7 regional football associations. In the same vein, I am also happy to report that FIFA has just approved our referee list for the year 2026. And thank God, we maintained the list, but with an icing on the cake, for the first time, we have 2 referees approved for this summer. The Gambia National Football League season was also a remarkable success, as Real de Banjul won a 3rd state title and Greater Tomorrow won their first ever silverware with the GFF Cup title. Red Scorpions completed a league and cup double in the women's competition. Both teams also participated in the CAF Champions League qualifiers, and as usual, were supported by GFF. The FIFA Connect player registration is also fully operationalized under the purview of the IT unit and the competition department. The GFF this year took a giant step towards the realization of a professional league by exhaustively conducting a comprehensive nationwide consultative meeting with football stakeholders. These include league clubs, regional football associations, government institutions, SOEs, ministries and foreign missions, embassies, international organizations, and also an independent survey. At this juncture also, may I happily report that the business plan, the draft business plan, has been submitted to the Federation 2 days ago. And then the work will restart in earnest immediately after the holiday season, so that we can continue the process of launching the first ever professional league in the country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I said, the bulk of my statements also featured in the report before you. I also want to state that this year also marked a pivotal period for the communication department, characterized by unprecedented growth in the media outreach, professionalization of league coverage, and deepening public engagement. Our strategic initiatives focus on elevating the visibility of Gambian football both domestically and on the global stage, fostering a more connected and department to achieve these objectives, highlighting key successes, strategic expansion of our communication channels. Key among these is the weekly talk show GFF Hour, broadcast live on West Coast Radio every Wednesday, which is really helping in cementing the bond between the GFF and the football community. The show's consistent broadcasts ensure that GFF remain accessible and accountable to constituents. The communication department also led the way as head coach Jonathan McKinsey held an iftar dinner and a session titled Coffee with Jonathan McKinsey with the media. The communication department also led the way as the head coach Jonathan McKinsey held an iftar dinner and a session titled Coffee with Jonathan McKinsey with the media. Both gatherings provided journalists with an open dialogue and candid discussions fostering greater transparency and understanding between coaching staff and the media. A dedicated fan engagement activity was also organized at the football hotel. This event allowed support to Coach McKinsey, posing questions and sharing their highlights inside the Q&A session. This direct line of communication is crucial for building trust and ensuring fans feel a vital part of the national team's journey. Closer to its supporters and the media, the foundation is being led for sustained public engagement and even more passionately following in the future endeavors. In the commercial aspect as well, we are pleased to announce that an agreement has finally been reached with APS Wallet to become the enterprise wallet will now be used for paying match commissioners, etc., to reduce cash transactions. The GFF has also completed and unofficially inaugurated by hosting the finals of the Nyako Kerawan Navetan finals at the Nyako Kerawan football field project in the Upper River Division earlier this year. The stadium developed in partnership with the Saudi Arabia Football Federation, and elsewhere we have completed approximately 95% of the remaining project on the FIFA 2.0 forward project, that's the Busumbara field. As I prepare, I look at the Kerawan Nyako field and the many interventions we undertook in the already existing community field. I look at the new crop of coaches. I look at the smiles of the under 15 players. This is among the numerous legacies myself and my colleagues will leave behind. While thanking you for your trust, for the objective and sincere criticism driven by passion and love of the game, and of course hinged on our common purpose and determination, and of course your continuous support. Long live the Gambia, and long live the beautiful game in our country. And I wish you all the best.
Let's do that for him.
Thank you. I thank you all. I thank you all. Now we move to item H, approval of the activity report on behalf of the executive. Soft copies have been circulated. Available to you all, I hope, in your that's the activity report as you all have the opportunity to go through of our activities in the past 12 months. Any comment?
It's not possible. They have.
We'll give them another power. Yeah, but the soft copy has been circulated, and the only changes there are the photos and other things. But the maybe let's provide them. Yeah, but I said the soft copy has already been shared several days ago, and I hope you had the opportunity to go through. The hard copy is just a glossary with people's photos and
Instead of coming, so we should have to produce the payment before the financial statement. That is the next produce.
Bago am.